Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. People are beginning to become more and more concerned with what we are seeing coming out of the Middle East right now. We are seeing potential World War III tensions rising significantly as Iran is making a chilling threat to UK amidst the ongoing conflict. Brits have been advised against travelling to Israel given the conflict. So Iran has made a threat that the British military bases in the region could be targeted after the conflict between Iranians and Israelis erupted into a massive, essentially missile attack, right? So Israel launched a series of rockets at Iran earlier this week, targeting nuclear research facilities and essentially impacting a lot of stuff. A retaliation attack then came from Iran in the form of strikes, some of which were intercepted by the Israeli defense systems, but others actually made it through. With all of this being said, there were further strikes from Israel, which struck into the energy infrastructure of Iran, including the oil refineries, and essentially, President Trump has suggested that Israel would launch more weapons until the country agreed a deal over nuclear development. Iran has said that the missile strikes are a declaration of war, and that other countries helping in its retaliation on Israel would be considered targets. And this could include the UK, which is obviously sparking quite a bit of concern. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has since called for the de-escalation of the conflict through more military assets, including jets, being moved to the region. So the Foreign Office has also issued a travel advisory telling Brits that they should not go to Israel, warning that the conflict between Israel and Iran is fast moving and it poses significant risks, which have the potential to deteriorate further, quickly and without warning. The government has also insisted that the UK is sending more jets to the Middle East, and it doesn't mean that Britain is at war, it's just a precaution. The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, has also said that the UK is not involved in these strikes and the conflict, right? They are not involved. And the jets were simply sent to protect important assets in the region. So Iranian state media has said that the US, the UK and French military bases and ships in the region could be targeted if those countries do decide to help Israel. And again, the question is, what does that end up leading to? The UK has a naval support facility in Bahrain, where the Type 23 frigate and some other mine-hunting vessels are stored. Meanwhile, the RAF already has jets stationed in the Middle East as part of Operation Shader, which continues its action against ISIS. Whilst both the UK and the US have insisted that they do not participate in these missile strikes and Israel acted unilaterally, Trump threatened Iran, saying that if they struck the US in any way, the might of the US armed forces will come down on them at levels never seen before. Starmer also had a message which was less threatening, and again said that the message is to de-escalate. We do have long-standing concerns about the nuclear program in Iran. However, they do recognize that Israel has its right apparently to defend itself. He's also said that he's absolutely clear that it needs to de-escalate, and there's a huge risk for escalation in the region. This is really quite worrying right now, and again, this is becoming part of something that we're seeing all around the world, right? We're seeing war in Ukraine, we're seeing war in the Middle East. Global tensions are rising, and people's fears about World War III are also on the up. You just have to look at the data that we're seeing. Worldwide searches for World War III. Look at how this has really started to uptick recently, with major interest being sparked. It's impossible to say where it's going to go for the next couple of days, but in the last couple of days, we've seen this major increase. This is the data from the 1st to the 7th, and then from the 7th or the 8th to the 14th. Look at that major increase. This is people searching for World War III. People are worried, and it really is a worrying time to essentially be watching all of this stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. It's really quite scary in some ways, but yeah, we'll see how things play out. Thank you for your time. Goodbye for now.